Russell, better start with injuries, hadn't we? Because obviously you're missing Flynn and Shea on Tuesday night. So is there any update on them, please?
So both will be very close. Whether or not they'll be involved, we'll wait and see. But they're both recovering very quickly and very nicely. So yes, we hope they'll be involved. If not, they won't be very far away at all.
Okay. How have the boys responded on the training ground to Tuesday night?
Really well. So Wednesday was about recovery back here and using everything we had, and the guys who didn't play, they trained brilliantly. And then the rest of the guys back on the pitch today, and then try and give them what we feel is the most important information that we took from Tuesday that will be relevant for tomorrow. It's been a nice feel though. I've really enjoyed the feeling amongst the players, so it doesn't feel like there's any hangover. They're so together, they're still smiling. They were frustrated after Tuesday, tired on Wednesday, but then today feels like we've moved on. We're ready for tomorrow. There's another different challenge. They're all tough. You asked me if this was the toughest week we had, and I answered it. I thought in the way that I genuinely felt, which I don't know until the end of the season. We're going to have some very tough. We've had some very tough weeks, and we are going to have some more tough weeks moving forward. So we'll have to wait and see. It's a really brilliant challenge for us, and I'm really excited about the game. And I said that to the players today. I didn't sleep very well last night, and it's not through it's about understanding what it takes, and also I didn't sleep very well last night because it's excitement. I'm really pleased we got another game so quickly. I'm really excited about what the team can go and do tomorrow night and moving forward. So they've been amazing. We dust ourselves down, recover as well as we possibly can. I think we've done that well. Good balance between work and recovery. And now it's about going and putting it on the pitch once they step over the white line again. And I've got no doubt they will.
You're coming up against another team for the third time in a week who've come off the back of a win themselves, and their home form is terrific. So we always think of West Brom away as a tough challenge. It'll be no different with it.
Yeah, every away game is a tough challenge, honestly, in this league. So they are great at home. I think they've only lost 4 games since Carlos been in charge. He is a very, very good coach. I've got a lot of respect for him and the work he does. They're a very good team, full of men, physical, athletic, powerful, very well coached, as I said, very well organised. They make it very difficult for you. But the challenge for us is always the same. It's go and be the team we want to be. We have a chance to really show that we are together, and a little setback is only going to be that. So I'm excited by it. I really am. I really am excited about what the guys can go and put on the pitch tomorrow. And it's a brilliant game for us to really make sure we bounce back quickly and react properly.
Obviously we're out of the transfer window for players, but your director of football has been linked to Manchester United in the last hour. So your relationship with Jason is obviously very good. You've spoken about it before. We know he's from the Manchester area and he's worked with that CEO at City. So it's a tough one for the club if that comes to fruition, obviously. It's a difficult one for him, I imagine.
I hope it's people putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5. But I've got a lot of respect and time and a great relationship with Jason. It is no surprise to me that someone would look at the job he's done in a short space of time here and over a long period of time at City and be interested in working with him. But honestly, I think I'd like to think he would have a chat with us about that if there was anything in it. He's so honest, he's so open. I think he's been such a big driver of the culture we now have here. He's enabled us to do the work that we want to do and supported me incredibly well and the staff here. So I've got nothing but praise for Jason and the impact he's had on us and what he's allowed us to do, and also give me the opportunity. I think it takes a brave man to do that, and to appoint a young coach who hasn't won anything before, but he saw beyond that, and I think he respects the work that we do, and has a big opinion himself, and we talk a lot, and he's really open, and so I've enjoyed working with him, and I hope we get to work with him for a long period of time, and I can't speak on behalf of Jason, but I hope it's just one of them things that comes out and then blows over very quickly, because there seems to be a lot of that in football. So obviously there's big changes coming at United and all that stuff, and I'm hoping because of his relationship with someone there before and the job he's doing here, I think it's a good thing for the club that people will get linked to roles such as that. But I think he feels he's got a job here that he wants to see through, and so do we. But obviously, I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of him. But yeah, he's been great for us.
Well, you vindicated his decision to a point. You've just lost one game in half a season of Championship football. 23 games, half a season. That's some effort. Let's forget, yes, you lost, but what an effort.
Yeah, I hope he's proud of what we're all building, and himself included. And I don't think it'll ever be fully vindicated or justified until we get to the Premier League. So is what he's been tasked to do is to build a club in a certain way and doing a certain thing, and I think that's been implemented throughout the academy now, and we spend a lot of time with the guys, the young players, the coaching staff, especially in the PDP phase. So yeah, I hope that will have long-term impact for the club. We have to have short-term impact as well, and hopefully we're doing that. And I'm immensely proud of what the team looks like. The identity of the team is so clear, the connection between the supporters, just the feeling that it's not tangible sometimes for people on the outside, but the feeling when you come into the club, the way the players work, the way they treat each other, the energy in the stadium, the energy between the players and the fans when they travel. I'm really proud of that, 'cause it's completely different to when we walked in, which is no slight on anyone, but of course after relegation the energy is going to feel different, and that's taken a lot of work from everyone, support staff. So I hope we can keep building on that. It's a huge part of the reason we went on such a great run, and now we have to do it again. We have to start all over again and make sure that we maintain the feeling that we have, and no one here is getting overly emotional with one defeat, as we didn't when we lost 4 games. So we're winners. You hurt for a little bit and then you move on to the next one.
Thank you.
Okay. How for you, George, for 10:30?
As long as you're happy for me to ask a question, go ahead.
I'll tell you after the question.
You say you're excited about tomorrow's game, which is brilliant. Do you get the same sense of excitement from the players as well?
Yeah, I'm excited about the rest of the season, really. I think the players are. I think they enjoy what they do. I think they enjoy what they put out on the pitch. They enjoy trying to be the dominant team, be the aggressive team with the ball. I think they take immense pride in what they're doing, and I think when you feel that, and you feel like there is clarity in what you're doing, and you feel like you belong to that, and you feel part of that, I think you can only feel excited about that, really. Every game is different. The closer you get to the end of the season, maybe emotions change a little bit, but I think once they step over the white line and I think we thought a little bit too much the other night. It was a little bit, there was less feeling and less flow than there had been, and I think probably Saturday did that a little bit. I don't think we fully got over a little bit of probably a little bit of shock at the way the game went, because it hasn't gone like that for so long, and it probably affected us a little bit on Tuesday, because there wasn't quite the same willingness to run on the top line, to go and hurt Bristol. It was a little bit safe, so a bit too much thinking, not enough feeling, I think, and we have to go back to just being in flow and playing together and being connected, and being really horrible to play against, being really aggressive. I think for 3 halves of the last 2 games we've lost a little bit of edge with that, and that's what comes when you think a little bit too much. So back to being instinctive tomorrow, to running hard for each other, to fighting for each other, because that's my fault. I probably didn't place enough emphasis on that after Huddersfield. It was probably too much trying to learn and think about what went wrong rather than trying to feel it, probably. So that's like on my journey as well. I really try and help the lads so much, we do as a coaching staff, but actually maybe less was more after Huddersfield, and then maybe it'll be the case for this one as well.
I'm trying to balance that. I think you said on Tuesday night that you were looking forward to watching the game back and sort of, I suppose, being absolutely clear on what went wrong. So how do you sort of balance that now, just trying to feel rather than sort of over-analyse?
Yeah, it's to be really clear with the players, really clear, and show them some evidence of what we're talking about, because it's pointless if they don't feel it as well and they don't understand why we feel how we feel. So yeah, I think we've been really clear after that game, really clear after Bristol game on what we were lacking, what was missing a little bit. And by the way, I don't think it's ever a 3-1 game, really. Like, we can see the set piece from a throw-in, 2 really rubbish goals, and then a counter-attack later on. We were throwing caution to the wings, we're trying to get back in the game. So I think the scoreline is very harsh. But tomorrow night, I really expect a reaction in certain areas that we've really paid attention to. and that's why it excites me, because this group, whenever there's been a bit of like hardship, really, a bit of struggle, a bit of pain, they've come through it amazingly well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that again.
Just wanted to ask, individually about Shea Charles as well. His response, obviously, you took him off half time, looking for something slightly different. I mean, what's his response been to that? Was it clear for him why?
So yeah, again, it was to try and be more aggressive. It wasn't about his performance, and I think he understands that, and we've had a chat about it. So he understands the reason. We had a brilliant chat yesterday, me and him, about everything, about moving forward, about the game, about where he's at, how he feels. So I love Shea as a young man. He's fantastic, so professional, thinks a lot about the game, can play a couple of different roles for us, and also playing his first season of senior football. He'd had more international caps and first team games before this season, which is crazy. So I think he's done brilliantly well, and I think he'll continue to do brilliantly well, and he'll help us a lot. But the other night was less about his performance. It was about trying to get Stu on the pitch. So Stu was fatigued from the weekend, a bit of tiredness. The gamble then is just playing from the start and probably not get him to the very end. So we bring him on at 0-0. We feel like we have a chance to win, and then we concede, and the game is a bit different after that. So unfortunately for Shea, it was decided he was the guy to come off at that point, because we have Will on the pitch as well, and we're trying to be more aggressive with the ball. And it didn't quite work out how it was supposed to. Sometimes it does, like it did on Saturday, and it didn't on Tuesday. So that's one of those things. But Shea will be fine. I feel like the care and respect we give the players, and especially the young ones, hopefully it help them through any situation. And if he's needed tomorrow night, it'll be brilliant.
So I was asking about Adli Mohammed signed his first pro contract. He's trained and travelled with the squad quite a lot. How pleased are you to see that he signed his first pro contract?
Yeah, I really like Adli. I think he's a great kid. Wants to learn, wants to get better. Dean's been really impressed with him. Has not been in the setup for too long either. A bit of a different journey to a lot of young players. So yeah, it was nice to see him and his mum and his brother last week when he was signing his new deal. So yeah, I'm really delighted for him. You want good things to happen to good people, and he's got a nice energy. He's a nice kid, trains like a beast, improved a lot in a short space of time, good personality. So yeah, it's not one for the here and now, and it'll be interesting, like all young players, it'll be up to him really to see how far he can go if he keeps on being willing to learn and working as hard as he does. He's been the fourth goalie in training a lot, and to push them guys and keep them ready and travel with the squad a lot. So he's been in and around it and had a taste of it, and hopefully he'll want more, and that will hopefully drive him on to achieve what he wants to achieve. I think all we can ever do with the young players is give them enough opportunity to fulfil their potential, and then where they end up will be down to their ability and to their character. But it's up to us to give them enough opportunity, and he's certainly getting that in terms of training exposure with some brilliant players and some brilliant goalkeepers. Now the rest will be up to him.
What's his role like when he has to go away as the third choice goalkeeper? So he's not in the squad, but he's travelling and he's involved in the warm-ups. Is that kind of the extent of it, and then just getting the experience as well?
Yeah, but then he'll sit in on Gavin or Joe's clips with Dean and understand the role and to learn and to push them. But the same way as Al Mack does now. So Al McCarthy would be so easy for him to be annoyed, frustrated, to not travel as the third choice goalkeeper or to not want to. But he's been amazing, been really top. I can't speak highly enough of the goalkeeping department, the way they push each other, the way they support each other. Gavin was in the cup game last week, the third choice goalie, done all the finishing. It was raining hard. You see him on the pitch after the game congratulating everyone with his hood up on the video. So I love that. They're really together. They understand the way Dean works and what is required to play for us in goal, because it can be quite different and difficult. But yeah, they've been brilliant. So his role is to learn as much as he possibly can and be around them guys, understand how they behave, and not just be there for the warm-up and the finishing. Is to try and take it all in.